Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to How Stock Trades. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello, hello. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, so check this out. So I want to have some stuff to basically have some important information to release to you guys. This is going to be an important video. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and hide this down here so you guys don't see it. You can see the whole screen here. And an individual went ahead and commented this, and I believe this is a warranted comment. He said, what's with the 24-second countdown? Unfortunately, it's actually 30 seconds, but I think the reason why I do it is sometimes I talk too early and it cuts out, but we can cut this out. If you don't like this, I take feedback fast. We could cut that out. Don't worry about that. But he said, unfortunate, but this is where we have, we need to find a solution. Unfortunately, I don't have 34 minutes to listen to these videos. I really appreciate a summation by Al or anyone else who had the time. So very quickly, the amount of data that I go through, guys, and I wish I had the camera to look at you face to face here, but I'm going to have that soon. It's just the internet right now. So the thing that I would like to communicate to you guys is, it takes me approximately 2 to 3 hours to read all this information, right? It takes me a long time, not just to read it, but also to digest it, to formulate an opinion, right? To synthesize the information presented to you. But I do agree with this individual. 34-minute video, especially now, is a lot of videos. It's just like, that's a lot, right? And there's a reason why I'm making a lot of videos, because if you don't recall, if you go here and go to my channel, I was actually talking about how small caps are set to explode, and that was 5 days ago, and then now the whole media is talking about it, right? Again, I'm trying to give you research as fast as I can before Wall Street moves, right? Usually we're still early on this, okay? And you must be wondering what the title is. I'm paying a billionaire $109. Yes, that is true. And I'm going to be talking about that. So I do agree with you. There needs to be a better way, and it's very difficult. I mean, honestly, for me too, to just make videos like this, it takes a long time on me. You have to also look at my time. I mean, I'm in medical school, about to become a doctor. I'm going to be training to become a brain surgeon. I mean, talk about the schedule of a neurosurgeon, right? It's very difficult, right, guys? And then this wonderful being here, wonderful guy, thank you. Thumbs up here. Oh, thumbs up to you too. Thumbs up to everybody. Wake up, 35 minutes earlier tomorrow with the time change. The analysis is worth it. I really appreciate it. Another reason why I'm making a lot of videos is I'm trying to catch up. If you guys haven't realized, my analysis is I've been pretty quiet lately in terms of not scheduling a lot of videos, right? Because I've been busy, as you can see with all my doctor stuff, I've been busy, with that. So that's why I'm trying to catch up my audience, catch it up. And also another thing with YouTube is YouTube used to mix the videos and lives in one. Then they started separating them. So a lot of people click on this. Again, I would love to sit down here and edit the video and everything. I do some of that. Very wonderful. But it's we might get into this, back in the future, back in the future, into the future. But right now, just the lives are going to be sufficient here. So we have to click on here. So how do we bypass this? What do we do, guys? For example, if you look at this data, this takes time, guys. This takes time to analyze, right? So Chamath Palihapitiya went ahead and published this flywheel model. I erased his comments and I put my own comments, okay? So I'm going to be paying Chamath $109. I already subscribed to his Twitter X Spaces, which you'll basically, it's about $9 a month. But I'm also going to subscribe to his Deep Dives, which is $99 a month. Okay. Now, you all know the All In podcast. That's free. And you can see how much value that puts in. You follow him on X, that's free, right? And then you get some tweets, quick essays. If you subscribe to his what he reads, you can see his weekly reading list. But again, most folks have a hard time reading that. That's just a bunch of data. It's like number one, curated data, not even curated. You can subscribe to him on X, which is what I did. And I'm also going to be doing his deep dives, which then gives a really deep dive analysis. And as well, I can ask him questions. Okay. So why am I talking about this? Well, I listen to a lot of experts. I have access. If you go ahead to look at our Mastering Stock Market course and look at our stock terminal, you can add up all the data like Tradealytics. If you want to get Tradealytics by yourself, it's $70. But yet, if you want to get it with me, it's $19.99 a month. Or you can get lifetime access, which Tradealytics does not provide. That's just one data. How about the Smart Money, Dumb Money? How about all these other curations that I'm basically digesting for you guys? This is expensive, right? And now on top of it, we're going to add more value. We're going to add this $99 a month with the $9, which is around $108 plus tax, whatever. Let's call it $109, right? So this is kind of how things are going to go down. I'm going to be consuming lots of content, multiple forms from economists, research analysts, hedge fund data research, and Chamath Palihapitiya's monthly subscriptions. Then I'm going to develop my viewpoint. I will summarize my findings and we'll talk a little bit about it on the live stream. You're going to get a little bit here. It's going to a good research, but there's going to be a more in-depth analysis in the research edge section of our stock terminal. Okay. And for people that don't know, the research edge of the stock terminal is right here. This is where I can go in deep dive and really explain something. Okay. And then, after 1 to 2 months, we're going to really, really dig deep and synthesize what we've seen. And then I'm, obviously going to consult my colleagues. I have, the people that I like to talk to, they're really wealthy multimillionaires and some almost close to being 300, 400 millionaires, like in terms of the net worth. And I'm going to curate all that information. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it in the stock terminal. And then we're going to essentially go here and have a Q&A session back to our monthly meetings, or like, every 1 to 2 months have these meetings, which you can find here, which you just enter through this location here. And then we can ask questions and really dissect down what's going on in the world, right? The problem is, guys, is a lot of folks, in terms of getting value, they usually get value here. There's going to be some people that are going to pay Chamath's $9. There's only going to be some people that are going to pay the $99, and I get it. It's expensive, $100 extra. Oh, I'm going to be paying for it because that's what I do. I mean, that's the whole point of it's to democratize financial information and be able to democratize this literacy. And the only issue is I have somewhat of a payment plan system like this too, because it's the only way to make it functional. How do you think I get access to all this data? You think getting access to institutional data is free? It costs money, guys, right? This is not, if you want something free, then you are the product, right? You'll be advertised to, right? Which is what's happening on X, not as much as YouTube. When you watch the ads, right? So if we were to go, incognito here, and if we go to our stock trades really quickly, if you were to basically pay, individual of everything I offer, you're going to be paying in the thousands of dollars every month, literally. You could try it yourself if you would like, but we curate it and we have the package $19.99, and we are going to be increasing these prices more closer to the next year. And we've already increased prices on our mastering, which is lifetime access to everything. And you can see our products with Morningstar and Yahoo Finance. The pudding doesn't lie. I mean, the data's here. And if you don't believe us, you can, follow this article on NASDAQ and find, who we are and whatnot. Right. But the thing that I want to preface is, which is why I've been really pushing the Black Friday coupon code is, it's $1,000 off, right, to get access to all this research. So I agree with the sentiment, and I agree with what this person is saying. It's a lot of information, but if you would like a cut down version, a summation of just what the hell's going on, it's going to be in here, but you're going to have to pay for it. I mean, that's what's going to happen, because it's taken me time. You're getting a future neurosurgeon's time. You're getting, hours of research analysis, hours of just data that diagrams that I make. That takes time, right? And it depends what you want to find value in. And if you don't, this individual obviously understands, it's good value. So the only reason why we've been putting a lot of our research edge analysis in the beginning here, in terms of the what's going on with the economic boom and whatever, is because we're trying to catch up. We haven't really. I'm trying to catch up on the information, because I've been a little bit out of the loop too, right? I'm doing my flywheel model here as well. So again, this is kind of what's going to go down. The stock terminal is going to be the place to be. We're going to be doing our research. We're going to be reigniting our price target list again for educational perspectives. Reigniting this, entering all the ticker symbols. We refreshed it. We're going to make it look really sexy. And that's about it, guys. I mean, and then we also have on top of this $20 a month, you get access to an AI that you can ask, this question here about, what is a REIT and how do you evaluate it? So you have, there's a lot of information here, guys. There's definitely a lot. And so that's all I have for you guys. If you have any questions, definitely. So just watch the hit piece on Chamath on YouTube. What a joke. Wall Street trying to make us focus on short term, down 80% when in 5 years it'll pop up 5,000. Yeah, exactly. I agree with your sentiment, Drew. Hopefully, Clove. Yeah, I hope so too. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm basically communicating to you guys. This is going to be kind of what's going to happen. And, already, let's just say, for example, screw, here, let me just go down the terminal here, screw the AI, which would cost you money if you would like access to GPT-4. Screw the AI. That's, right. Screw that. Screw the trained AI. Screw screw the top, stock terminal brain machine, which gives you Morningstar data and beyond, right? Forget the auto posting bots that gives you AI confidence levels on trades that institutional investors are making, or golden sweeps. Screw all this data. Screw stock breakouts that you get that basically tell you when a stock breaks out or breaks down, right? Or, for example, all the heat map charts that we basically have. Screw all this data, right? Forget all this that we offer, and forget the graphs that we have here and whatnot. Just focus on one thing. I'm going to be paying $99, or the $9 it'll be $109, and I'm going to be curating this and putting the information on here, and I'm charging just $20. And screw all the other data sets that I offer. I mean, it doesn't get any clearer how much value I'm offering. Think of me as a big Chipotle burrito, and I'm stuffing the shit out of Chipotle where the burrito's about to explode, because that's what's going to happen to your mind, right? Again, I'm not trying to make a profit. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to essentially, whatever comes in, you get value coming out, right? That's pretty much what I'm doing here. And if you don't believe me, just go in and count for yourself how much this data costs. And I think you'll come up with the same conclusion. And then I want you to talk to all the people in the Mastering Stock Market course and tell them to talk shit about me, and tell them, is Albert full of shit? All the people that you see here with the lifetime badges, talk to them to see, is Albert full of shit? They're all happy because they know I'm trying to do God's work. I'm literally trying to help. Okay. And you also get auto posting every time Bill Ackman says something, every time Kathy Wood says something, Nancy Pelosi stuff. You're getting all of this. I mean, everything's just on here. Okay. Anywho, that's the point that I'm trying to, spill over. And yes, I'm trying to fix it. I do believe 34. It's hard. And and people do see value in it. And I'm not trying to be the YouTuber who does 5 minutes of talking about nothing. Like, those YouTubers, guys, right? That basically, talk about big things they're going to say in their video, go on Reddit, read a few sentences, and then leave you with an open-ended question and more confused than when you click the video. So you have to watch 10 other videos to somewhat increase your IQ because it dropped. You know what I mean, guys? So if you want the Chipotle of the stock market, and if you really want someone who actually is going to take this information, and someone with a proven track record of success. I mean, you can read my success: 40 under 40, most influential in the city of Tucson, the state of Arizona. And you have all these testimonials. I stand 100% behind my product. And 10 years ago, 20 years ago, paying a billionaire $109 was never possible, right? And I know some people have a hard time. I'm at a level where I can afford this, and we'll be able to democratize it and be able to spread the love. So if you guys want to continue with the YouTube access, that's totally fine. You can continue watching the YouTube just like the All In podcast. If you want a deeper dive and on top of financial data and a course, then you know what to do, right? So that's all I have for you guys here. Again, my apologies. I'm going to remove the counter. I'm going to take the timer. It's very hard to synthesize all this information. Bond prices going up or down. It's very difficult to do that. It takes time. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to curate it and create a little newsletter that is very short and sweet and to the point. And it's probably going to be once every week, every 2 weeks, we're going to compress everything down, and we're going to write a newsletter, and we're going to put it here. Okay. And you can track it and read it, enjoy it. And that's it. Okay. That's all I have for you guys. I'll see you on the next one.